never turn away, you never leave my side. And every time I call your name out just to find that you're already right here with me, never been alone. I can trust you with my heart, 'cause this I know. You are always faithful, you love me from the start. No matter what I'm facing, I will trust you with my heart. You are more than able to lead me through the dark. Your love is never failing, I will trust you with my heart. Oh, I will trust you with my heart. There are days when I feel I need a friend, and then I hear your voice reminding me again that you're already right here with me, never been alone. I can trust you with my heart, 'cause this I know. You are always faithful, you love me from the start. No matter what I'm facing, I will trust you with my heart. You are more than able to lead me through the dark. Your love is never failing, I will trust you with my heart. Oh, I will trust you with my heart. No matter what may come, no matter what I go through, God, you are never gonna fail me, I will trust you with my heart. No matter what may come, no matter what I go through, God, you are never gonna fail me, I will trust you with my heart. You are always faithful, you love me from the start. No matter what I'm facing, I will trust you with my heart. You are more than able to lead me through the dark. Your love is never failing, I will trust you with my heart. Oh, I will trust you with my heart. Oh, I will trust you with my heart. Oh, I will trust you with my heart.
There is only one who can do anything amazing. There is only one who can do anything so amazing. amazing. Oh, 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 oh. He is amazing, and he can do really anything. Oh, 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 oh. He is amazing, and he can do really anything.
Hello, and welcome to ALC Kids Online. Last week, you were introduced to our awesome board game, ALC Kids Island. We're off to a good start, but if we want to make it all the way to the end, we've got to follow the rules and show some responsibility.
Yeah, that's right, Erica. Remember, responsibility is showing you can be trusted with what's expected of you. You know, when you're young, you have responsibilities at home and at school, like doing your chores or doing your homework.
Yeah.
That's why it's important to learn how to be trusted with what you are expected of now so that you can be responsible with even more when you're older.
Oh, good point. But before we take today's challenge, let's check out where we are on the game board. Last week, we landed in a marsh. If we're responsible enough to complete this week's challenge, then we can move past the marsh and into the next section of our game.
Do you know what lives in a marsh? Anyone?
Crocodile?
Hippos!
Oh.
Which means it's time to play today's game, Very Hungry Hippos.
Oh.
So we actually have some friends of ours who are ready to play and waiting to play over in our gym. So let's go watch and see who wins today's challenge.
That sounds fun. Let's
Yeah.
go. Oh my goodness, that was so exciting!
It really was.
They did such a great job with their challenge today.
Yeah, they did. Way to go, everyone. Our second challenge is now complete, and we get to move ahead in our board game.
Woo!
Well, this is interesting. It looks like we landed in an ant farm.
I wonder what that's about. I guess we'll find out next time as we keep playing ALC Kids Island. But for now, let us tell you about our lesson.
I've got an amazing story for you today. It's actually a story Jesus told, and it shows us another really important way that we can show responsibility. While Jesus was on earth, crowds followed him everywhere he went. Some followed Jesus to hear his teaching. Others came hoping that he would heal them of their sickness.
Yeah.
Others followed Jesus just to keep an eye on him. One day, a man in the crowd spoke up. "Teacher," he said, "tell my brother to divide my family's property with me."
Wow, sounds like that man wanted more for himself, and he figured Jesus would help him get it.
Yeah, but Jesus said, "Friend, who made me a judge or umpire between you?" Then he said to them, "Watch out. Be on guard against wanting to have more and more and more things. Life is not made up of how much a person has." To make sure the man and the crowd of people really understood what he meant, Jesus then told a story. What do you say, Erica? Let's watch the story?
Let's watch. Roll the tape.
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. Now, for an amazing story, inspired by the book of Luke, chapter 12, verses 13 through 21.
Everywhere Jesus went, large crowds followed him. Some really wanted to learn and change. Some were just curious. Others, like the religious leaders, listened to Jesus' words so they could trap him with tricky questions. But there were some people who just wanted Jesus to back them up, to tell them that their way was the right way. One of these was a man, we'll call him Ezra.
Teacher! Hey! Teacher!
Ezra's demand was loud enough that everyone stopped talking to look at him.
Are you gonna let me through or what?
Ezra shoved through the crowd, dragging another man behind him, his brother.
Teacher, you've got to tell my brother here that he has to divide the family property with me.
Ezra's brother looked like he wanted to sink straight into the ground. Jesus turned to Ezra.
Friend, who made me judge or umpire between you?
People listen to you. I thought you could, just settle this. Tell my brother I'm right.
Watch out. Be on your guard against wanting to have more and more things. Life is not made up of how much a person has.
That is not what I asked.
Jesus didn't argue with the man. Instead, he told a story, a parable. If he had told this story today, it might sound just a little something like this. There once was a rich man whose field grew a fantastic crop of grain. Perhaps it was corn. His manager brought him the good news.
Sir, we're set to bring in a bumper harvest of cobs and kernels.
Yes! Go me!
Oh, well, your employees did an excellent job of preparing the fields.
Go me!
And there was a lot of sunshine.
Go me!
And just the right amount of rain.
Go me!
Yes, go you.
Harvest the crop at once!
Well, we're working on that. There's just a little problem.
Problem? Who messed up? Fire them at once!
Oh, no. It's a good problem. You don't have enough barn space to store all your grain.
Huh. I'm just too successful. Go me.
Well, I was thinking you could share some of the grain.
Share it.
Well, yes. Some extra bushels for your employees, maybe give some of it away, popcorn for all the kids in town, hold a cornbread festival for everyone.
But it's all mine.
Oh, yes. Yes, it is.
I know. I'll tear down my barns and build bigger ones. Then I can store up all the extra grain for myself.
Oh.
See to it. I want those new barns up by the time the corn harvest is in.
Yes, sir.
The old barns were torn down and brand new, bigger barns were built.
Perfection. Is the corn harvest complete?
Yes, sir. All finished.
Excellent. Have the men store it all in these new barns immediately.
But they're so tired.
I said immediately.
Yes, sir.
At last, the rich man's entire corn crop was stored in his shiny new barns. He settled back in a comfy deck chair and surveyed his property as the sun set.
Go me! Self, you've done pretty well for yourself. You got grain stored away for a lot of years to come.
He popped a gourmet corn chip into his mouth.
Self, take it easy. Eat, drink, and live it up.
You foolish man.
The rich man nearly choked on his chip.
Excuse me?
The rich man looked around, but he could see no one. He was entirely alone.
Oh, great. Is this supposed to be some God moment where I discover what I've been doing wrong?
That's exactly what it was.
You foolish man. Tonight I will take your life away from you. Then who will get what you have prepared for yourself?
Could we come up with a different ending to this story?
But there was no way out for the rich man. He had chosen to focus only on what he could keep for himself. Jesus wrapped up his parable by explaining,
That is how it will be for whoever stores things away for themselves, but is not rich in the sight of God.
We don't know how Ezra responded, but maybe, just maybe, he started worrying less about getting more of his family's stuff. Maybe he started to care a little more about sharing what he did have with his brother.
In Jesus' story, the rich man had more than he needed. He had enough food to fill up his barns, and he even had the money to build a new, bigger barn to store more food for later. But to God, this man wasn't rich at all. To be rich in God's eyes, a person must treat others the way they want to be treated, which means putting the needs of other people before your own needs. They must be generous with what they have and share it with other people.
We don't know what happened with the man who first asked Jesus to help him. We don't know how he reacted after he heard Jesus' story. Maybe he stopped worrying about getting more of his family's stuff. Maybe he thought more about sharing what he did have with his brother.
But we can learn from what Jesus taught that day. We can choose to be generous with the things that God has given us.
Yeah.
We have a responsibility to share God's gifts with other people. So today's bottom line is share what you have.
That is a really good bottom line. I'm going to say our month's Bible verse. Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. Luke 16:10. Megan, do you think we should say it together with the kids at home?
I think so. Ready? All together. Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. Luke 16:10.
Well, that was a really fun day we had together, especially that Hungry Hippo game. That was cool.
Yep.
All right, guys, we can't wait to see you again next week.
Bye.
Everything we have comes from God. From the food we eat, to the places we live, to the stuff we own, to the people we love. All of it is a gift from Him. And Jesus' story was very clear. He told us to be generous with what God has given us. We have a responsibility to share with others and put their needs above our own. And let's be honest, that is not always easy. It can be hard to share your favorite video game or your favorite pizza, especially when there's only one piece left. But when we remember what Jesus did for us and just how generous He is, it's easier to let go and share what we have. Let's pray. God, You are so good and generous. You provide the things we need every day. Please help us to be responsible and share Your gifts with others. We don't want to be greedy like the rich man in Jesus' story. Instead, we want to share what we have with our family, friends, and neighbors. Please give us the courage to share instead of only wanting more for ourselves. We love You and we ask these things in Jesus' name. Amen. All right, so I have a great family question for you this week. What do you have that you can share? So take time this week, talk about that with a family, look for ways that you can share what you have. And in the link below, you have this Movers and Sharers game that you can play. And it's a coupon. So you get to fill out some things, some gifts that you may have, some talents that you're really good at. Put that on the coupon and decide who you're going to share things with this week. And then you have another cool little, it's almost like a little experiment to do. So have a great time doing these things with your family, and we'll see you next time.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for another round of Life-Size Hungry Hippos? Let's bring out our players!
Woo! I want you! Here we go, here we go, here we go. Bing bong.
Players, take your positions.
I'm ready. You ready, chicken? All right. Here we go, Panda. Show them what we're made of. Oh yeah, that's good center of gravity.
Get ready. Get set. Go!
Gotcha. Ha! Yes! Yes! All of them. Mine, not
And
yours.
they're
I am
grabbing
better.
the spheres.
I am superior. You are not. Oh,
Steven's looking like he's ahead. Oh, Lawson's really moving across the floor.
Come on, here we go. Come on.
They're neck and neck.
Soccer ball, chicken.
And
You on the right.
All the way across the floor. The Panda's really raking him across the coals. Steven's moving for the last big one.
I got the big ball. Basketball, basketball, basketball. Yeah. You got the, where was that one? I didn't see.
Steven wins.
That's not fair. I didn't even see the big one. Fine. Look at that. I'll spot you a point. You can have that one.
May
I
the
didn't
best
want
man
anyway.
win, 'cause he won.
That's a good one.
What's next?
Now it's time for life-size Jumanji.
Nope, I'm out. Hey everybody, I'm Lawson.
And I'm Steven. Welcome to the So-and-So Show.
Oh, look at that. A comic book falling from the sky. It's a literary miracle.
Yeah, more like a out-of-control comic book collection.
What? No. Don't say that. They'll hear you.
Who? The drawings? Okay, seriously, Lawson, can you please explain what's going on here?
What, a guy can't like comics?
This is not liking comics. This is preventing us from being able to do literally anything on the show today.
Not true!
Look, these comics are all the same.
Yeah, Frog Defenders of Saturn, issue number 106.
It says 109.
It's a misprint, that's what makes it more valuable.
Wait a minute, are you telling me that all of these are Frog Defenders of Saturn, issue 109?
106.
Why?
Because they're mine, Steven, they're all mine!
But if they're all yours, that means nobody else can have one.
Precisely!
How much did all this cost you?
A lot.
And you think this is a wise investment?
Oh yeah, no, my investment coach is completely on board with my fiscal choices.
What? How do you know the word fiscal? And also, your investment coach?
Yes. Why don't you welcome someone who knows stuff? Welcome to the show, Mr. Moneybags.
Ah, hello there, Lawson. Greetings, Stephen.
Hello, Mr.
Mr. Moneybags, that is correct. I love money.
You ever play Monopoly?
Oh, I love having monopolies.
Oh. Okay, well, we know who you are, so why don't you tell us what you know?
Oh, of course, it's all in the name, my boy. It's all in the name.
That's my friend.
You're gonna have to be more specific.
I know money! Bags and bags of money. With money, anything you want is yours for the taking and for the keeping. Remember that, Lawson, my boy?
Exactly, right, yes, and I've been applying what you taught me to my comic book collection.
Ooh.
All for me, and yes, it's true, I want all the comics show. Oh, well, for you.
Ah, bravo, bravo.
Well, that doesn't seem very nice.
Lawson, whenever a friend asks me for a favor, do you know what I tell them?
Oh, yeah, I know this one. You say,
I tell them no. All right? I tell them no. You don't need friends or favors in this life. Remember that all you need is pennies, quarters, and dollar bills raining from the sky. Those are your real friends.
but you do have friends that are real people, though, right?
Right.
Oh, of course I do. Of course I do. If you consider Mr. Franklin and Mr. Hamilton. Oh, hello there, Mr. Hamilton. Oh, you're looking mighty green today. Well, thank you, Mr. Franklin. Oh, I'll take that as a compliment.
Is this my future?
Oh, by the way, thank you for inventing electricity. Oh, yes, of course. Oh, and thank you for not throwing away your opportunity.
Okay, it's Bible story time with Kellen.
I need more of these.
Hey guys.
Hey, Kellen. Hey, Kellen. What do you have for us today?
Well, today we're looking at a parable that Jesus taught, sometimes called the parable of the rich fool.
Did somebody say rich?
Yeah, I did. Mr.
Archibald Moneybags, son. Mr. Archibald Moneybags. But you may call me Mr. Moneybags.
Okay, Mr. Moneybags. Clearly, you're rich, but the person in the story was also a...
Oh, no, I'd be happy to help you tell your little story there, son. And, mark my words, you won't regret it.
Oh, boy. Well, anyway, a parable, if you didn't know, is a story that has a lesson at the end. Jesus used stories sometimes to help people see what he was talking about in different ways. On this occasion, Jesus was teaching when someone said, "Teacher, tell my brother to give me half the stuff that belongs to our family." Now, they must have been having an argument over something about like who has the most stuff. So Jesus said, "Watch out. Be on your guard against wanting to have more and more things. Life is not made up of how much a person has." Then Jesus tells them a story. There once was a rich man.
Boo-yay! Oh, I will add this to the 25 smackaroos I won in that beauty contest.
One year, his land produced a very large crop.
Look at all of my crops. Stupendous! But what should I do? I don't have anywhere to store all of these crops. And there is no way I could use all of these crops in just one season all by myself. What to do? What to do? Light bulb! I will take all of my barns and tear them down. Wait for it. Tear them down. But then build bigger ones. And then I will store all of my crops in these newer, larger barns. Ooh. You know, I have plenty of crops, and these crops are going to last me for a long time. I mean, many, many years long time. So I should probably just take life a little easy. I suppose I'll just eat and drink and have a really good time.
But God said to him,
"You foolish man, tonight I will take your life away from you. Then who will get what you have prepared for yourself?"
Oh, my corn! Ah! Now there's so many bulls! Ah! I'm dead.
To be clear, there were no, and I repeat, no inflatable kiddie pools in Jesus' story. But the rich man did die, and he never got to enjoy all the crops he had stored away for himself. Then Jesus said, "That is how it will be for whoever stores things away for themselves, but is not rich in the sight of God." The end.
Wow. That was quite the ending.
Yeah, I think the point Jesus was trying to make is that we only have so much time here on earth. Do we want to spend it caring about all the stuff we have? Or do we want to spend our time caring for the people we love?
Yeah. Instead of keeping all the crops to himself, the rich guy could have shared with the people around him.
And I think that's what Jesus meant when he said we should be rich in the sight of God.
I think you're right. And that sounds like my job is done here. I'll see you guys next time.
Thanks, Kellen. Bye, Kellen. Steven?
Yes, Lawson?
I think I might be hoarding comic books.
Might be?
I don't want to die like the rich fool in Jesus' story. I don't want to end up friendless and alone.
I'm your friend.
Not now, Steven. I have to do something. What should I do? What should I do? I don't... The light bulb. Reveal the question.
What do you have that you can share?
Comic books.
Yeah.
I have so many. You get a comic. You get a comic. You get a comic. You get a comic.
Lawson?
You get a comic.
Thank you.
What do you have that you could share? Could be stuff you have, or you could share your time or your talents.
It's our responsibility to share what we have, and it's one of our rules for life. Share what you have.
talk about what you have to share with each other.
And we'll see you next week. I'm Steven.
And I'm Lawson.
And this was the So-and-So Show.
Bow, 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 bow.
Hello? It's not about money anymore for me. No, not at all. I'm going to share from now on. Yes. Sharing is caring. Yeah, I'm going to change my name even. They changed my name. It's not Mr. Moneybags anymore. No. See? It's gone. In fact, my name is Mr. Empty Pockets. That's right. I'm Mr. Empty Pockets now because I give away so much money that my pockets are empty. Hello?